Have you ever held a small piece of metal in your hand and wondered, is this really just money, or is there a story hiding beneath the shine? Today, we dive into one of the most talked about modern Canadian coins, the 2020 Canada $2 coin, a Toonie surrounded by myths, rumors, collectors' excitement, and surprising auction results. From the iconic polar bear to powerful commemorative designs, from internet hype to real-world value, this is the complete journey of the coin that turned ordinary change into something extraordinary. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the story behind the 2020 Toonie, the myths, the meaning, and the money. The year 2020 was unlike any other. A year of global uncertainty, shifting routines, and unexpected change. But while the world's attention was fixed elsewhere, the Royal Canadian Mint quietly released one of its most intriguing coin issues in decades. It wasn't a gold coin. It wasn't a rare collector medal. It was a simple circulation coin worth just $2. A regular Toonie. Or so it seemed. You might have even held one without realizing how special it was. The 2020 Canadian $2 coin came out in multiple different versions, each with a distinct story, each with its own myths, and each carrying a different level of value. Collectors immediately took notice. Rumors started swirling online. If you find a 2020 Toonie, you're sitting on a fortune. The colored one is extremely rare. Keep every 2020 coin you find, they'll be worth thousands someday. And like many good rumors, they spread like wildfire. But how much of it was real? And how much was myth? Before we unpack the excitement of 2020, let's rewind back to the origin of the Toonie itself. The legacy of the Toonie. Canada introduced its $2 coin on February 19, 1996, replacing the $2 banknote. Overnight, Canadians were introduced to a brand new bimetallic coin, a golden center surrounded by a silver ring, durable, strong, beautifully designed. And right in the middle of that golden core, a calm but powerful icon of the North, the polar bear. This design wasn't random. The polar bear symbolized Canada's identity, resilient, majestic, and distinctly northern. Over the years, the Toonie became more than currency. It became a canvas for cultural stories. And 2020 would prove to be one of its most important years. The first 2020 surprise, Bill Reid's grizzly bear. In 2020, the Royal Canadian Mint honored the 100th birth anniversary of Bill Reid, one of the most influential hider artists in history. His work brought Indigenous Northwest coast art to global recognition. Strong lines, powerful symbolism, stories woven into shapes. To honor him, the Mint replaced the beloved polar bear with a hider grizzly bear. Based on Reid's famous artwork Ixuwagi, the result was one of the boldest designs ever placed on a Canadian circulation coin. The coin came in two forms: a non-colored version, striking even without color; a colored version, featuring deep black and red accents, bringing Reid's signature hider style to life. When collectors saw the colored version for the first time, they were stunned. It didn't look like a typical circulation coin. It looked like an art piece. Suddenly, people wanted them. In rolls, in sets, in sealed packaging, even in change. But that excitement came with myths. The myths begin. As social media posts began circulating, myths grew faster than facts. Myth number 1. The colored Bill Reid Toonie is extremely rare. Reality. It's scarce compared to ordinary coins but not ultra-rare. The Mint produced large enough numbers for circulation, plus extra for special collector rolls. Myth number 2. Every 2020 Bill Reid coin is worth hundreds of dollars. Not true. Most circulated coins, especially ones with scratches or worn color, sell for modest premiums. Myth. Number 3. There's a secret version with a misprint that's worth thousands. Collectors searched obsessively, but no verified major mint error became widely recognized in the market. But while the myth spread, the real story was the return of something even bigger. The second 2020 surprise, the World War II Victory Toonie. In September 2020, Canada released another commemorative $2 coin. This one marked 75 years since the end of World War II. It featured a flaming torch symbolizing victory, the word victory or victoire, a Morse code around the rim, and a dramatic colored version with stunning blues, reds, and whites. This coin struck an emotional chord. It was more than art. It was a piece of global history you could hold in your palm. Families collected them to honor grandparents who served. Teachers used them in lessons. And collectors worldwide started hunting for sets containing all 2020 variants. But once again, the myths followed. This might be the rarest circulation coin in modern Canadian history. If you find the colored version, don't spend it. It's worth a fortune. But was it? Identifying the 2020 variants. Before discussing value, it's crucial to understand exactly what exists. 4 main versions of the 2020 Toonie circulated. 1. Regular Polar Bear 2020. Standard design, most common. 2. Bill Reed non-colored 2020. 3. Bill Reed colored 2020. 4. World War II Victory non-colored 2020. 5. World War II Victory colored 2020. Additionally, collector rolls and uncirculated sets were released by the Mint, which further increased interest among numismatists. But here's the critical detail. Not all 2020 coins are valuable. Only some versions have premiums, and even then, condition matters greatly. So what makes a 2020 Toonie valuable? There are 4 major factors. 1. Condition. A coin fresh from a sealed roll or collector. Set is worth more than 1 found in pocket change. 2. Color quality. Colored coins lose value when the paint chips or fades. Perfect color equals higher value. 3. Uncirculated status. A flawless coin from an RCM roll is more desirable. 4. Collector demand. High demand boosts prices. But hype doesn't last forever. Auction worth. Reality versus hype. Let's break it down honestly. Regular 2020 Polar Bear Toonie. Value. Face value, $2. There is no special collector premium for this one. Bill Reed non-colored. Typical value, $2 to $4. Circulated. Bill Reed colored. In circulation, $3 to $6. Uncirculated, $10 to $20. Graded MS66 plus examples. Can go higher. World War II Victory non-colored. Circulated, $2 to $4. Uncirculated, $5 to $10. World War II Victory colored. Circulated, $3 to $7. Uncirculated, $10 to $25. In rare cases, sealed rolls have sold for $80 to $150, depending on demand. But here's the key truth. Number 2020 Toonie, not even the colored ones, consistently sells for hundreds unless it's in extremely high grade or part of a rare sealed set. So while the myths claim instant riches, the real market tells a different but still exciting story. Why the 2020 Toonie still matters. Even if most versions won't make you rich, the 2020 Toonie remains highly collectible because it represents Indigenous art history. It honors World War II veterans. It marks a year the world will never forget. It shows how everyday currency can carry deep meaning. And most importantly, it's the first time in Canadian history that 2 major commemorative $2 designs were issued in the same year. This alone makes 2020 unique in the entire Toonie timeline. A collector's perspective. Imagine being a collector in 2050. You look back at the 2020s, a period of rapid global change and transformation. Among all the commemorative issues of the decade, the 2020 Toonie stands out as a symbol of resilience, heritage, and remembrance. Just like how people treasure wartime pennies or silver dollars today, the 2022 dollars coins, especially Bill Reed and Victory, will always hold sentimental and numismatic value. They are modern classics. How viewers can check their coins. Before presenting the final thoughts, here's a simple checklist you can share with your audience. Does your coin have color? Or is it the Bill Reed design or the Victory design? Does it have scratches, chips, or fading paint? Or is it shiny and uncirculated? Did it come from a sealed roll or mint set? Or is the rim clean and damage-free? If you answer yes to several of these, you might have a premium piece. Final thoughts, bringing it all together. So what have we learned in this journey? The 2020 Canadian $2 coin is so much more than pocket change. It's a piece of art, a tribute, a symbol, and a modern collectible with real staying power. No, It doesn't make everyone rich. No, the myths of thousands of dollars aren't true for most cases. But what it does offer is far more meaningful. A chance to hold Canadian culture and history in the palm of your hand. A chance to collect a moment in time, a year marked by both struggle and creativity. And a chance to appreciate how even the smallest coin can carry big stories. So the next time you get a 2020 Toonie in your change, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. Because sometimes, treasures don't shine because they're valuable. They shine because they're meaningful. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the myths, history, and real auction worth of the 2020 Toonie, make sure to like, subscribe, and share what you found in the comments. And as always, keep collecting, keep exploring, and keep discovering the stories hiding in your pocket.